warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. My name is Nisrina Septiyanti and I am from class Instructional Media and Technology A2. Today, I am going to present about how to use Monsha AI in teaching. This AI platform helps us with three important tasks. For the first one is designing a lesson plan, second is assessing students, and the third and the last is delivering teaching materials. So, what is Monsha AI? Monsha AI is an education-based platform that supports teachers by giving ready-to-use resources. It is simple, practical, and helps save time when preparing lessons. We can use it for designing lessons, making assessments, and preparing teaching delivery tools like slides or worksheets. Why do we use Monsha AI as designing lesson plan? So, there are several reasons to use Monsha AI for lesson planning. The first one is it saves times because it auto-generates full lesson plans in a minute. The second one is the content is editable. We can change the objectives or activity freely. The third one is it includes everything we need like warm-ups, vocabulary, tasks, and assessments. And the fourth one is it is flexible. We can adapt it to Bloom taxonomy or Lexile levels. And the last one is it also connects with other tools like worksheets, rubrics, and slides, all in one platform. So, how to use Monsha AI? First, there are so many categories or AI tools like questions, worksheets, smart worksheet, presentation slide, and etc. So, for today's doing, we are gonna use lesson plan. So, choose lesson plan and then fill in the associated course, associated unit, and associated lesson based on what you want to teach. And then you can select course resources like YouTube, PDFs, or websites. And then check what components you want to include in the lesson plans, like for example at a glance, objective and learning outcomes, standard address, and etc. And choose the time duration and optionally adapt it to Bloom taxonomy. And then click generate and your lesson plan is done. So there is a video how to create a lesson plan. Choose lesson plan first and then fill in the associated course unit and lesson as you can see in the video. And now next we choose what courses we want to base on the lesson plan. For this video, I choose lesson objectives from Monsha AI. And then the next, what to include in the lesson plan. I choose all of them to include all the lesson for my lesson plan. And then the duration of my class is 45 minutes. And then this is an optional to choose like Bloom taxonomy and etc. Wait for the Monsha AI generate your lesson plan. And here we go. This is your lesson plan. As you can see, they are so complete and so fast in a minute. You can export it to download as document, classroom, or etc. and then as you can see, I downloaded to documents, and then you can edit it. What do you want to change based on what you want to teach? So next is how to assess students by using Monsha AI. So Monsha AI also helps us in assessing students. When we configure our lesson, we can check the questions, our worksheet option, and Monsha will generate the multiple choice questions, short answer question, worksheet, and rubrics. So the first one, it is I choose questions, but I also do some worksheet. So the first, I'll give you a tutorial for how to create an assessment by questions. So first, choose questions, and next, fill in the associated course, unit, and lesson. Like in the lesson, because I already used a lesson plan before, I just fill in the same with my lesson plan. And next, you can put it in like file upload, because I have a file that contain the lesson plan I've downloaded before, so I upload that file. And then next, it is generated and read it. And then next, you can choose like what do you want to include in the question. Like I chose is multiple choice questions, true false question, and fill in the blank question. And then you can choose how many questions. The maximum of the total is 50, and I choose 20. And then select the difficulty levels, and then select difficulty levels. Like there are some very easy, moderate, hard, and very hard. For this difficulty levels, I choose moderate, and then adapt this resource according to it is optional. The option is like Bloom taxonomy, the OK, and then lexial levels. And then here we go. The question is done. And then here is the video. Choose the questions, and then fill the associated course, unit, and lessons. And then I file upload the lesson plan before. After that, next, you choose what do you want to include. There are so many questions do you want to include, but I just choose 3 of them. And then choose how many questions do you want to include. For example, I choose 20 questions. And then the level is moderate. The adapt these resources is optional, and I don't choose. Wait for the Monsha generate, and here we go. Your question is already done, and you can assess it. And also there is an answer questions, and you can export it to quizzes too. There are so many like Canva or etc. First, if you want to, now I choose to put it in the quizzes. So there is an tutorial how to put it in the quizzes. First, go to the quizzes and then log in, and then make the questions and import the question in the down, and then choose spreadsheet that already choose, and then import. And here we go. The question that Monsha AI can make it to the quizzes too. So here we go. And then after generating them, we can review or edit the question based on our students' level for group activities or speaking tasks. We can also use the rubric generator to create fair and structured assessment. But for giving feedback, Monsha does not provide it automatically. But we as teachers can write our own feedback manually after checking the students' work. This allows us to personalize the response based on their performance. So, Monsha AI supports us in creating assessments while the feedback still comes from the teacher, which keeps us involved and responsive in the learning process. And then next, this is how we create a worksheet. So, first, is the same as before. Fill in the course, unit, and lesson. I use it same with my lesson plan too. And then next, what should it be based on? I choose file upload. The file I upload is a lesson plan. And next, it is same with the questions. What do you want to include in the worksheet? For this section, I choose fill in the gaps and multiple choice questions. But for the worksheet, the maximum of total activities is 20, not 50. So I choose 10 activities and select difficulty levels is easy. And then next, here is the video how to make a worksheet. Fill the course and unit and lessons, and then file upload your lesson plan that have you been made. And then next, you choose what do you want to include in the worksheet, what the question do you want to include. For this section is fill in the gaps and multiple choice question, and then the total of the question is 10. The difficulty is easy, and wait for the Monsha generating your worksheet. And then voila, the worksheet is done. There is also an answer key for teacher to check the answer, and you can export it to PDF or Word or etc. And then the last one is how to deliver teaching materials by using Monsha AI. So, Monsha AI can also create presentation slides, explanation, and vocabulary support to help us deliver our lesson. This is useful for classroom presentation or online learning. We can even base it on YouTube videos or uploaded materials, and Monsha will create clear, structured slides and that are ready to use. So, how to create a presentation slides for delivering teaching materials. the first one, choose presentation slides, and then next, you same with the before, is fill in the course, unit, and lesson what you want to teach. And then next, what should it be based on? It is same like before. I uploaded my lesson plan. And then how many slides do you want in your presentation? The maximum is 20, but I choose of my slide is 8. And then you can custom image in the slides too. But it may take longer. But for this presentation, I choose include the custom image. And then update this resource according to it is optional. And then next, here you go. The presentation is already done. So here how to make it. First, go to presentation slides, fill in the course, unit, and lesson based on what you want to teach, and then file upload or anything you want. And then next, how many slides, put it in like 20, 10, or etc. But it is based on your need. And then wait for Monsha generating my presentation slides, and wait for the picture or image, and here you go. You can look at the video. That the presentation, the PPT is already made by Monsha. But also you can export it. For this, I export it as PPT, and then you can edit it based on what you need, like make more make more an explanation, or change the image or etc. So to conclude, Monsha AI is a very helpful tool for us as future teachers. It makes our work faster, more organized, and more creative. So thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.